The news of the Betel.
Oh, that sounds fun. Now we go with the most important thing, which is the news that the end of our newscast gives. We will start with Ian and Alejandro. These two students will give you a little devotional, saying it seems to us the most essential first part. Eso todo.
Good morning and welcome to a new devotional. For today, Ian and I are going to talk about the communion with God. So I am going to tell you an overview about some famous characters of the Bible. And Ian is going to answer the question that you did since this week about this topic. Okay, so start with the interesting character of the best book ever. The Bible was wrote by people who have a very strong communion with God. One of these people, for example, Elias, he was a prophet who could hear the voice of God, because he did what God told him to do. One important thing is that he was going to the heaven without dying. Wow, so impressionant. The other man that I want to talk is Pablo. I say him because the different letters of the New Testament Bible were wrote by Paul. The Bible says that Jesus told him that what he need to write. That's interesting because Paulo never sees Jesus in person, so Jesus present him after he gone to the heaven. Wow. The last person that I want to talk is Job. Job, no Job of Job, is Job from the Bible. A man who, I thought he lost almost everything, he never lost his faith and trust in God. He was tested by God, and God showed how Job was faithful in God. So it was interesting. It's a famous and fabulous man. Well, I'm going to finish here. Let's continue with the Pastor Asterix.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this new part of our news. So I'm going to answer some questions that you leave in the comments of our website. So let's start with the first question, that is, can I talk with God in spite of all the things that I made? Yes, you can. Pathetically, many people have the thought of the sin that is made by us just cut the bond with God. But we can see in Hebrews 4 verse 16 that God is mercy. We can get again the special bond to have to the protection of God and create a beautiful friendship. The second question says, can I have friends that aren't Christians? Yeah, you can, but you shouldn't. We can find it in 1st of John chapter 1 and verse 3. After that we ask forgiveness, we have to get friends who believe in God, and of course trying to pray all the days, because our heart is being willed by God. So we must protect our lives of bad people with the main purpose to improve the friendship with God and make a stronger the bond. With the next question, that is, does it important the communication with God? Yes, we can find it in John 14 in verse 23. And in Jeremiah 33 verse 3. If you can learn more about God, you have to read the Bible, because is this the way that we can understand what things God about our actions, and we have to keep in mind His commandments to have a peaceful life, but keeping in mind that the power of the Bible is given by God, with the main purpose to see our bad actions and not for satisfy our craving. And for the last question is it true that the Bible has the best advices in the world? In Psalms 16 verse 7, the best advice is given by Jesus. For that reason, we must follow the tips that bring the Bible as we see it in the page, because if we cut apart the message, it's going to change a lot. And that is the origin of the phrase, God taught me that your servant is listen, and not God listen because your servant is talking. Thanks for staying with us. I hope you take like all clear that we said and have a nice day. See you later.
And now we go with Valeria and Helen, who are at the school, and they are going to give us the informative news.
Good morning, my name is Helen Gonzalez and report today. We are going to ask Valeria a few questions about the family's missionary campaign. Tell us, Valeria, what is the missionary campaign about?
Good morning, Helen. The missionary campaign is an event in which pastors from different countries come to bring us a teacher.
Oh, how interesting. Valeria, can you tell us when and where this missionary campaign is going to take place?
Yes, of course, Helen. The campaign will take place on October 7th at the school.
And who will this campaign take place?
Each court was assigned a pastor, and each court has to prepare a stand that will be about fishing, in which they will sell things to raise funds for the missionaries.
Okay, Valeria, thank you so much for joining me this day and for being able to know more about this beautiful campaign. I say goodbye to all of you and have a good day. Bye.
Thank you very much to you.
Have you noticed how everything seems a little impersonal nowadays? We've all become usernames, reference numbers and IP addresses. That's why at Starbucks we've decided to do things differently. From now on, we won't refer to you as a latte or a mocha, but instead as your folks intended, by your name. Okay, we know it's only a little thing. But hey, why don't we buy you a coffee on the morning of the 14th of March and you can introduce yourself? We're Starbucks. Nice to meet you.
It's a great news. Don't forget to contribute something. Now we go to Valentina and Isabella, who bring us the news that will like that. It is the training.
Welcome to everyone to the entertainment section, today titled as the rumors of the Betel. We will be talking about many interesting things, so stay with us. My name is Valentina and together with my partner Isabella, we will be accompanying to everyone.
First of all, we will start by telling you about the first report that is the new proposal of the student president. The proposal is every month to make a happy day, in which we will do many activities and it will be a free day. On this day there will be a food, games and a lot of fun. And in addition to this, we will support the school and 11th grade.
What interesting news! We follow the report with the new laboratory of the hotel, in which high school students can learn about chemistry, and new and fun experiments that will also teach us. The students who go to school will be able to use this laboratory with all the appropriate protection.
Also hold the stands for the missionaries and exploit your creativity, and also we can help them to follow with their missions teach about God.
This was all about the entertainment section today. We continue with the next section.
Thank you for listening to us.
The next one, the news is what you love the most, boys, like sport fans. That's why Calvo tell us again what happens.
Welcome to the sport session of the Bethel High School. We are in soccer and volleyball championships. The students are having a lot of fun and volleyball players who stand out and invest in the school David Devia of 11th grade. In both championships, all the students play from the school. The first elementary games were first and second grade, and the first grade won the second game, the third and fourth grade participant, and the winning team was third after the games reached the semi-finals and played first and third grade, which won third, and they went on the final against fifth grade, and the primary championships was won fifth. In other news, the high school soccer championship began the 6th and 7th grade. The 10th fast age other and 7th team won the next game. The 8th and 9th team played, and the 9th of the won the next game. They again 11 and won to the semi-finals. 10 against 9, and the game is won by 10, and next game 8 against net, and the soccer championships win 10. In other news, the volleyball championship, only high school teams played, win facing all courses of the first play. Soccer is 11th grade, second place 13, grade 8, grade 4 place 9, grade 5 place 6, grade up. There comes the sport new content in new cost.
To go with the most important thing, which is the news that the end of our newscast. Yes, Sarita, tell us.
Good morning, everyone. The week of school break is getting closer and closer. The week of recess was declared by the National Ministry of Education in 2007. Decree 1373 is compulsory for both public and private institutions. The week of recess starts on the 8th of October and ends on the 19th of October. It should be noted that the week of recess will not affect the 4 academic weeks that were established by the Ministry of Education, nor the 12 weeks students' recess. This will remain the same, just distributed in different routes.